Hey guys, welcome to April 4th, Saturday coronavirus devotional. Hope you are well on this mostly cloudy day. This morning I wanted to talk to you about the word presence. It seems to me that a number of people, their gear or their gauge is to look backward, keep a lot of memories, thinking through a lot of what has been. That's a beautiful gift. These people are usually big on traditions and remembering events, often struggle with bitterness or reliving old things, hard time moving on, that kind of thing. Some people are more drawn towards the future. I'd be one of those infected more with future thinking. Future people are often planning, often struggle with changing of plans or control issues. Also struggle with anxiety because we all realize the fact that the future is not something that can be controlled. But why don't we take a look how Jesus prepares specifically for Passion Week as we're beginning that tomorrow. I did a study on how Jesus prepared for Passion Week and what did he do to prepare for ultimately the week that would change the world. The Gospels give us a clue of how he spent his time leading up to Passion Week. Passion Week, 40% of the Gospels are about that particular time, and this is how he prepared for that. In Luke 9:52 to 56, talks about how he was on his way to Jerusalem, first time for 18 months, stopped by way of Samaria, actually stopped and stayed with Zacchaeus, if you're familiar with that story. And he ends up going to Mary, Martha, the whole Lazarus story, raise him from the dead. Story happens in John 12, a couple days or day before Passion Week. And as I looked at the accounts of the Gospels, I noticed there wasn't like a big runway. There wasn't a go away and prepare. There wasn't a go pep talk time. Jesus lived and entered into the Passion Week the same way that he exercised Passion Week in the unprotected now. I am taken with how little there is in preparation to Passion Week. Because I think love, Amy Carmichael says this, that you don't really know what's in the cup of your heart until it gets jostled, until it faces things and gets shaken, and through that process we find out what's really in there. And when you live in the present, just taking one day at a time, one trial at a time, one thing at a time, you're faced with the next thing without necessarily having it all buttoned up how you're going to handle it. To live presently, to live in non-anxious right now is a vulnerable spot. It's a spot where love is needed each step of the way. And as we think through what it means to live in the coronavirus, to hear yesterday in New Jersey our highest amount of people that have gotten it yet, and also hearing how many tests are not come back, so we don't know really how many people are infected right now, even those that have been tested. And we live without an ability to plan. And we live just kind of in this sense of not sure what's going to happen next. I find myself drawn to articles of what stage are we in and what might happen, because I'm a future person, and how are we going to get out of this, and what is it going to do to the economy, and how many are going to lose their lives, and what's it going to look like. But today is just today. Today is unknown. 2 months ago, we didn't know this would be known. We live altered. We live in space where we don't know where we're going. And we can easily look back and say what we used to have that we don't have now. We can easily look forward and wonder what will be. But I wonder, as we enter into Passion Week, if we could enter as Jesus did, open. Open, ready to receive whatever it means. Open each moment for the grief of the moment, for the hope of the moment, and for really the chance to love in the moment. Because as we look at the life and ministry of Christ, he was interrupted all the time. He had curveballs thrown to him all the time. Many of his miracles were not ones that were on the docket to cross off, and he was getting ready and prepared to do them. Many of the miracles happened in the face of the need of that moment, in that day. That's a little scary to me, going to be honest. I'm not a person. I like to act like I'm pretty lighthearted and free and in the moment, but I'm actually a pretty strong planner, and care deeply what happens when, and carry the anxiety of the future pretty heavy. This time is humbling to me because I don't know what's going to happen next. It's humbling to me because I'm dealing with 3 little kids, because they're always changing the moment. Their needs are constantly changing, and I can't figure and master and schedule and plan everything that's going to come up with each one of them. And so I join you. I join you in the frustration of giving up in this season. Not chocolate or internet for me. What I'm giving up in this season is the known, planning, scheduling in a way that I enjoy. I didn't give that up willingly. I don't give that up joyfully, but I give it up in the sense of trying to enter with you into each moment in presence, in love, recognizing that right now is all we have. And the only place to love is not just thinking of love of the past or potential love of the future, but according to the needs and next person or issue or opportunity that comes our way. We do that in the unprotected now, and recognize that this is exactly how our Savior lived, how he died, and how he prepared for the week that would change the world. God bless you in this unprecedented time. So unprecedented, we're sick of that word. But we recognize in this time that while unprecedented, we exercise the muscle of constant presence that is renewed day by day. Thank you. Hope you're well.